Alright, we're going to try to run through this so I can show you how to remove your record changer chassis from the bakelite case. I've got the amplifier radio here separate, but this way I can show you where the plugs are. There's a plug right here by the power cord, and this is power to the motor. So if there's a plug there, you can unplug it right there from your amp. The other cable you need to disconnect is the cartridge signal cable, and that plugs into this little RCA jack on the back of the radio. So the first thing you're going to want to do is remove the trim that's inside the compartment in front of the changer chassis. This is just a little view of the changer. If you look inside the cabinet, there's this little trim piece here. It looks like it's got an alligator finish on it. It's just a piece of cardboard, and there's two screws that hold it into place. So just remove those two screws and pull that little trim piece out. Also, at the same time, make sure that you've removed the platter. The platter just adds additional weight and chaos to removing this. So remove the platter and set it aside. Make sure that you have the bearings, the platter spindle bearings in place. When you pull that platter off, they tend to want to stick and fall on the floor and disappear. You don't want to lose those bearings. They're very hard to come by. The next thing you want to do is lay down a towel on the table and lay your bakelite cabinet on its side on the towel with the lid open. This way gravity will pull the changer chassis down on its side and make it easier to remove. Then you go through and unplug those motor power wire and unplug the cartridge signal wire from the amp. Next, you want to rotate the 4 changer chassis bolts that hold down the clips while pushing the changer down to release the spring pressure. Let me show you that. Here we've got a changer chassis without the platter in place. It's kind of being restored right now, so I can show you where these things are. We'll look at the wiring in a second, but these are the 1, 2, 3, 4 chassis hold down bolts. There's a spring that's going to be where you can't see it, but when you look down inside the cup at the bottom of your bakelite cabinet, you're going to see something that looks like this little clip. And what you need to do is reach down inside the little cup with these 2 fingers. You want to rotate this like that. You're going to rotate it so that this little clip side is down like that. And you're going to want to do that to each one of these. Rotate it so the clip's down. Clip's down. On this one, they're all straight up, and this will allow you to grab a hold of the spindle and this record hold down swivel and gently lift this out of the cabinet. Alright, once this is out of the cabinet, you'll be able to easily see your wiring. There's 2 coils on your motor. This is your main rotor coil that spins your motor rotor, and then this is a little voltage reduction coil. It's a little transformer that reduces AC power down to about, I think it's about 6 volts, that operates this little solenoid, which is your engagement solenoid for cycling. There's a little wire that goes from this little switch to one side of the coil, your solenoid coil, and then there's a little resistor that takes it to ground. And then on this side we've got a blue wire that goes to the little low voltage side, the low voltage transformer side. The black wire on the other side of the low voltage transformer goes over here to ground. All right. Some record changers have a plug here. This is where you would plug in AC power. It's a little two-prong, two-wire plug, and it would just unplug from this point. I don't know if you have that or not, but if you don't have a plug like this on the back of your amp, then look for a plug like this on the bottom of your chassis. And most changers have a plug here for your cartridge wiring, and it just is a little three-prong plug that plugs in here. If you don't have an RCA jack here on the back of your amp radio, then look for this plug and you just unplug it here. Alright, so then the only wires there are the rotor, rotor wiring on the motor that goes to the switch, which is underneath this little cover. I don't think those came loose. If you have a problem under there, let me know and I'll do a short video on what's going on underneath here that actually connects the wires to your little strobe bulb. You can see your engagement button, record change button. All it does is it shorts ground to this yellow wire, which momentarily closes the solenoid, which engages this little mechanical device which initiates a cycle. Alright, so let me know where you're at and if you have any questions or need further assistance. Alright, thanks.